Saturn started as a different type of car company. Practical, friendly, sensible. A turbocharged, rear-wheel drive Roadster and 21 pounds of boost? Is that practical?
Saturn was launched by General Motors in 1985 as an answer to the Japanese imports. It had its own plant in Spring Hill, Tennessee, a separate dealer network, no haggling pricing, and a slogan that promised something different.
For a while, it worked. Saturn was honest, simple, and customer friendly, something GM needed badly. But by the 2000s, Saturn needed more than a car. They needed something with excitement, something with emotion. They needed a car that people wanted not because they had to, but because they wanted it.
That's where the Red Line idea came in. Performance versions, sharper styling, more attitude.
A way to prove practicality was in the past. The Sky Red Line debuted in New York in 2006. It was exactly what Saturn needed.
Low, sleek, rear-wheel drive, and built on GM's Kappa platform alongside the Pontiac Solstice. In Redline trim, the Sky finally had real punch. A turbocharged 2.0 Eco-Line, limited slip differential, StabiliTrak, enhanced sports suspension, 18-inch wheels, and a more aggressive front fascia.
This wasn't Saturn being sensible. This was Saturn trying to be desirable, to survive.
This 2007 example is finished in Silver Graphite, one of just 675 Red Lines produced in that color for the model year. It has only 31,000 miles, a black convertible soft top, polished 18-inch wheels, Bilstein Shocks, black and red leather, air conditioning that blows cold, cruise control, and a clean Carfax.
The sad part is, by 2009, the Sky Red Line and all production with Saturn ended, with dealers shutting their doors.
But that makes this car even more interesting today. It represents the moment Saturn stopped being the safe choice and tried to become the exciting one. Even though it tried, the Saturn Sky Red Line Edition didn't save the company, but it proved Saturn had more personality than people remember.
The Saturn Sky Red Line Edition, automatic, convertible, turbo, all the good stuff, cold AC. It's just ready for you to enjoy. That's the coolest thing about this one, is it is just the last of the Saturn. Just what happened with Saturn, you know, going through Pontiac Solstice was kind of the same thing as this. So there was a couple differences that you'd get with Pontiac, and then obviously Pontiac going away as well. But overall, this was their kind of their last ditch attempt to try to save the companies. And they actually made a really awesome car. Very nimble, very quick, very responsive, especially with the turbo, where GM itself was actually going with other kind of platforms, trying to stay with the big V8s, with the Corvettes. And then, you know, of course, the Camaro was getting ready to come back. So Camaro was gone from 2002 through 2010, so kind of the production run of this, there was no Camaro. So that's what makes these just kind of their own icon. And the greatest thing with them is that they drive so well. They're just nimble, they're sporty, they handle well, and everything works with this one. And we'll go through the exterior, just show you. There are just a few little defects that it has, but we have over 300 photos. We have online financing, nationwide transport, all classiccaraddict.com. Make sure you go check those out. Let's get into the interior. What's awesome about this interior is the color combo that you get, and it's convertible. So with the convertible, these are nice and simple. So you just pop the trunk. Once the trunk goes up, then this just folds right in, just like that. So when the top is down, you don't really have any type of storage, but then you get your open air car. That's what makes this one just a really awesome car, is that you can have the top, but the Sky, and then also with your Red Line And the red interior on the black with the silver, I really like this color combo. And the cool thing is that you do get some good technology with it. So you have your steering wheel controls for your radio, and then that all works as well. Radio works, 6-disc CD changer, that works as well. AC is blowing nice and cold. It will keep you chilly. Gauges are actually really pretty cool, and there are some cool things that they did along with the controls themselves. It just does have a little bit of elegance, even though Saturn was kind of that cheaper car trying to compete with some of the other brands on the imports. But again, it's just an overall awesome car all the way through with this one. And another thing that you do get with this is Ecotec, the SDI Turbo. So that is basically GM's kind of platform to be able to give you a little bit more pep and actually move this thing. And it does move because it's so lightweight. Now we'll go through and just kind of show you. So these wheels are in really good shape all the way around, really no curb rash with them. You got some hand cooks on there. These are a little bit older tire, and then you do have a 245, 45, 18, and you have really good tread, but it is a little bit of an older tire. But again, the tread has been really well taken care of. You know, there's a little bit of dusty in through here, so not really, little bit of defects right in here, but a lot of this is just dust, nothing real big. Again, no curb rash on this wheel either, 245, 45, 18, so it's running square all the way around, and they are matching. Again, a little bit older tire, but there's really good tread depth to it. No big defects back here. There are just a few little scratches that have been touched up. One right there, a little bit right there, just a little right there. You know, it's got 30,000 miles. But again, I don't see any type of, yeah, there's maybe a little bit here, not necessarily curb rash, but maybe getting the tire on and off. That's it with that. And again, just a little bit, a few little rock chips that you get in there, but a lot of this is dust. Looks like there are just a few little scrapes right in through there. Again, there's just nice and dusty. And then that right there, that's the big one that you get right there. And then there is a little bit right here as well. And then this rim, just a little bit, looks like from the tire, but other than that, it's really all good to go. There are a few, just show you right here on the front. We like to go through and just show you exactly how these are and all the defects, so there's no surprises. The cars are what they are. You got a little bit right there, but other than that, hey, this thing is ready to go. 30,000 miles. Let's show you the undercarriage. All right, guys, we are getting under this Saturn, and you can see from here, this is pretty much all original, in really good shape. Not from a northern state. It definitely came from somewhere dry, just because you've got all of this fully intact. Now, you do have also a factory cap for your downpipe, your exhaust coming all the way back, and this is a rear-wheel drive, four-wheel disc brakes all the way around, shocks. All the suspension components are looking in really good shape. So is the undercarriage. I love to see them like this, nice and dry. Exactly what you get with Arizona cars. This one is just an awesome piece of time. Thanks for watching. ClassicCarAddict.com.